We're rolling.
Alrighty, Sharp Customs, you know the routine. If you see this video, please subscribe, watch all my other videos. I like keeping things fresh. I like to give you new ideas. I like to try new things. You know, we've been working on the Mustang. I'm not going to go too in depth with the Mustang. We got the rocker on. We got the rear quarter puttied up. We got the front fender puttied up, fitting good. A little bit of, you know, there's always a little bit of tweaking here and there. We figured out the trim clips for the front windshield. Had to go underneath the actual rubber molding for the trim to fit properly. But tonight's video is a little artsy fartsy knick-knack type of thing. It's good for I don't know, good for Mother's Day, Christmas, I don't know, just birthdays. So basically what we're doing is we're creating these little metal, whatever you want to call them, roses. I think they look pretty cool. They're pretty simple to build. I'm going to show you how to do them. I realize that they are all over the internet. You can look up YouTube, you can look there and you can find lots of people showing how to do them. That's where I learned it. This one's been chrome powder coated. This one was just painted. They have copper stems. The copper, I just want to let people know, you could put one of these, you could stick it in the dirt in one of your house plants. It keeps pests away. You know, I don't know, little bugs and crap like that. Another nice thing about copper, a lot of people probably don't know, is copper, bacteria cannot grow on copper. So, I don't want to get into it, but I think, yeah, we're not even going to get into it. You know, they used to make hospital beds, IV holders, all that kind of crap. They used to make it out of copper, believe it, way back, more than 100 years ago. And the reason they made it out of copper is because bacteria doesn't grow on it. It does take a little maintenance to, you know, keep it clean, but just a thought. So, to do one of these roses, let's just get into it. Basically, first thing is I designed this little teardrop. Doesn't matter what size it is. You could make it smaller, you could make it bigger. And then I take this little design on my piece of aluminum. Now this is just sheet aluminum that you can buy at your local hardware store, and I do a 4-way. One across, one across, one across. I create this little, I guess you could call it like a 4-leaf teardrop clover type thing. And you want to make at least 4. You could do 5, you could do 6. I find 4 or 5 optimal. I'm not going to cut it out because this is my 3rd take, because my very good video camera that I paid a lot of money for doing YouTube stuff crapped out again. You can go back, there is another video where I actually threw it across the room. I thought I fixed it when I threw it. Unfortunately, no, it still keeps crapping out, so definitely got to get back to the buyer. You know, it was a $500 camera, and I'm not going to stand for that. So anyhow, we cut this out. We end up with this. Now obviously we need 4 or 5 of these. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a drill. Now I'm going to use a 1/4 bolt. So you want at least a quarter inch drill bit, obviously, in your drill. I also cut out a couple of these. These are going to be like the little leaves on the side here. And as you can see, they got the detail in them. I will show you how to do that detail. Pretty simple. So we're just going to drill a hole in the middle of this. Pretty simple. Now, you're wondering how we get from this to this. Well, you want 4 or 5 of these. Bada boom, bada bing. We already got them. I'm not going to put you through the pain of, me cutting out and drilling 4 or 5 of these things. Let's get rid of this piece of aluminum. Now, you take your bolt. Let's get the nut off of here. You take your bolt, and you're going to want to put your bolt, whatever side you use. This is beige and white. You put your bolt down through the center, and you do it up. Put the nut back on it. I should have my glasses on so I can see what the hell I'm doing. There we go. You're gonna want to tighten. You're gonna want to tighten that up pretty tight. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Got me a couple wrenches in my pocket. I'm gonna tighten this up. Not too tight. Not too tight. Just good and snug. Good and snug. Now, at this point, okay, what you're going to basically do is you're going to separate these. Now be careful, these edges are sharp. You could take the time. Oh, look at that. Look, it's already a flower. It's already a dumb daffodil looking thing. But anyhow, you want to separate them kind of like that. So your first 2, you can bend them up around the bolt. And basically, simple tool. Pair of needle nose pliers. So we want to recreate like the center of the bud. So basically all we're going to do is we're just going to put the needle nose pliers on here. And we're just going to twist to the center. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to curl this in. We're going to curl this right in like that. Curl this one in. We're going to push it up. Going to try not to cut myself on the sharp aluminum. You know, normally these little projects like this, you can sit back, you can kind of take your time. This one, you know, we're trying to do it in a fashionable video type thing, so I'm just gonna wing it a bit like we always do here at Shark Customs. We just kind of wing stuff, you know. We do take our time, but when you're on camera, I don't want to bore my viewers. There we go, look at that. We've already got somewhat of what I would call the bud. And basically you just keep kind of doing that. Take the outer edges, give them a good twist. On the other 2 across from these 2 we just did, give them a bit of a twist. Now I got 5 plates on here. I said normally 4. So now when I push this up, you could take your pliers and you could just start to twist out the edge this way. We'll do this one. We'll give the outside just a slight bend, just to give it a little curve around the bud. There we go. We'll pull it up. We'll tip out the edges just a little bit. And it can be random. They don't have to be, see how I kind of made the kinks in there? Well, if you look at a real rose, that's kind of the way they are. And you just keep doing that. You just give it a bit of a curve, a little bit of a curve, bend it up, tweak them out just a little bit. They don't have to be perfect. They can be bent. They can be a little weird. You can manipulate this aluminum stuff pretty good. You can curve it in on itself. There we go. All right, next one, you just keep working the petals. You just keep bending them in, just like that. It's pretty easy to bend, pretty easy stuff to bend. You know, you want these petals on the flower. Just keep tweaking it in. Like I said, be careful not to cut yourself. Look at that, we already got a flower happening here. You can bend these in some more. If you're not happy with the, you know, the shape. This one's a little bigger than the other ones I've ever done. You could make your petals, you could make them different sizes, I suppose, if you wanted to. I find just keep bending them up. Just keep bending them out. It's all random. Try to get through this as fast as possible, so I can kind of give you the idea. There we go. As we get to the outer part of the rose, squish it in a bit. It's looking good. And then each one of these, what I do is where this petal and this petal are, I kind of put the next one kind of in the middle, kind of like that. And you can keep curving the outsides. Keep curving the outsides just a little bit. Pull it up, and they'll kind of stay in those areas. You can do a little bit of a bend out. You can do a large bend out. There we go. We'll just bend it up. Give it a bit of a curve down at the lower parts. Give it a little tweak out. I know, you've heard me say it. Here we go. We're going to turn this one. You can turn all these pieces, you can turn them where you need them. Well, that is what it is. So we'll just keep going. It's a flower. I'm not sure if flowers have organization. But we're just gonna keep going. Seems it turned a bit on me, which is fine. We're just gonna keep going at this till we get near the end. It's really all you can do. Just kind of keep going. Just keep bending them up. Keep curving them, keep bending them. Kind of thinking I should have went with 4 instead of 5. There we go. We'll bend it up so it can't turn. Get the pliers on there. Don't really want the pedals to be organized like this. You kind of want them all to be separated. At the moment I can't. I can turn this set. There we go. That'll disorganize it a bit. I don't care. This is an easy little DIY project. Every time I've ever done it, it looks pretty cool. Okay, I got one more round to go, and then we'll get on to the pedals. We'll get it on the stem. I'll show you what I'm using this time around for a stem. It already looks pretty good. I just got to do that outer. Just got to do the outer. Taking your time with it, obviously, you know, it obviously helps. We'll just tweak these out. 4 more of these pedals. 4 more of these little pedals. And my nut and my bolt is actually come a little bit loose. I think that's kind of the failure going on here. Should have probably did it up a little bit tighter. Nonetheless, yeah, they're kind of, the pedals are kind of organized. You can tweak them around a bit. You can bend them. You can manipulate them a bit. But nonetheless, still a pretty cool looking flower. Now, what I've done is I get a piece of this, I'm not sure what it is. It's PVC, it's plumbing tubing for underneath your sink. So basically at this point, yeah, you could stick a socket down the center of the bud. And that just fits on there really good. As a stem, you could heat it with your propane torch, and you could give it a little twisty thing. But we're gonna move on from this. You get the idea. This one's there. See, you can turn them. There you go. There we go. There we go. That looks better. You know, you could grab. I don't know. You could grab blue, purple. I don't have any of that. I have this, I don't even know what color it is. We'll give it a little shot, see what happens. It's a heat paint. Of course, I got grease all over the pedals from my fingers. Let's let that sit for a second. I'm going to show you doing the pedals. You actually put a little bit too much paint on there. It's running a bit, but it dries fast. So basically, I have the pedal. I'm gonna take a chisel, it's a dull wood chisel, and you put a vein. Yeah, it's a little loud. You put a vein down the center. Veins up the side. We'll just do them quick. Maybe should have got a more solid piece of wood to beat on. These things don't, there's no science behind this. There we go. You can see how that put the contour, put the veins, put the shape. If we had some, you know, some green paint, we could spray it on. You could rub it. I'm just gonna flatten it out just a wee bit. So we take this, we just bend it back just a little bit, give it some shape. Now I put some knife cuts into my PVC tubing, and all I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna press that over, and that fits right in there. Now I could hot glue this to keep it a little more permanent. Of course, I have another one made that I did earlier. I'm just gonna bend my PVC tubing, stick it in my cut that I did with my knife. And there you have it. Check that out. How's that for a quick little, you know, it's not perfect. Normally I would spend a little bit more time doing a project like this. You know, I don't know how long it's been. That's a considerable bit bigger than the other ones I've done. Obviously you can see. But that's kind of what I wanted to do for this quick little video. I could actually, you know, can make the center darker, obviously. The runs in it actually make it look really cool. Whew, that's some good spray paint. There you have it. I don't think I've seen a rose that color, but see if I can set it up here. Probably not. There we go. It's not bad. It's not perfect. I think it needs to be a little darker in the center. You can kind of do whatever you want with it, really. There we go. So that's our little DIY, little artsy-fartsy knick-knack project. Doesn't take many tools, a little bit of aluminum. I have some other metal